In this video, we're going to focus on how we can create a dotted grid line that is directly connected with the X scale in chartjs 4. So to do this, the first thing what we need to do is have our border template ready here, which is basically this here. Go to chartjs3.com, getting started. Once you're on here, copy this chunk of code and you're good to go. If you want to get the source code of this video and many others, join the Patreon page, and of course, got a question, put it on Discord. All these links and invites are in the description box. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down here, and the first thing what I want to do is I want to play around with the X scale, because we're going to work here on the X scale, and the X scale basically have two lines. We have the grid line, which is this line directly connected with the Y scale, and we have this border line of the scale of X. So we're going to say here border, that's the object, and I would say here display equals false. By doing this, you will see that the color here will be slightly lighter. I'm going to refresh it, and there you are. So you see here now it's slightly lighter, and this is basically the line of the grid line from the Y scale. However, the X scale grid line are all of these lines directly connected to the border of X. So what I want to do now is give that specific grid a color so we can easily see them and spot the difference. So what I'm going to say here, color, and I'll make this blue, and let's save this, refresh, there we are. So these are all the grid lines that the X scale has been connected with. What I want to do now, make this dotted, and by doing that, there's a few things we can do. We can do dotted only on the ticks. Let's do that first. So we're going to have the tick mark that we want to target on. We're going to say here tick border dash, and we could set this, for example, on 1,1, meaning 1 pixel solid and then 1 pixel of white space. Save that, refresh, and you can see here now it starts to adjust itself. However, let's start and work on this here. To do that, we have to go into the border. I don't know exactly why they changed that structure or why they make that structure like this, but that's how it is. So what I want to do here is I want to say dash, and then I'm going to say, let's say 6 pixels of solid and then 6 pixels of white space. If I do this, as you can see here, now it has this solid 6 pixels and then white space. So what I could do as well, maybe I don't want to start here immediately with a solid. I want to jump it away a bit so we have the pattern consistent. So I want to have some white space here. So what I could do is, instead of starting with a 6 pixel solid, I can say here dash offset 6 pixels, meaning that now it will first give us 6 pixels of white space. If I refresh this, you can see it here, and to be honest, it's not really 6 pixels of white space, but it's the way it's being calculated. So what we could do here, it would be very nice, is to have this all dotted. So let's make this all dotted. We're going to say here 1 pixel white space, save. And then we can make this all dotted as well. So we can say 1 and 1, save that, refresh, and there we are. Although I'm not satisfied with this, to be honest. Let's see if I can remove the offset. Then maybe we have a better structure. And I feel like that, if I zoom in here a bit more, you can see we have a little bit of space here. I'll accept that one, and that's a bit more better for our pattern, and that's it.